Welcome into the Greater Texas Ford Dealers inaugural Female Athlete of the Month. From Big Spring to Amarillo, Burke Burnett to Midland, Carthage to Lamesa, Stanton to Mineola, and many points in between. We celebrate the remarkable achievements of female high school athletes based on performances on and off the field and courts. From Class 6A to private schools, it's the Greater Texas Ford Dealers Female Athlete of the Month. Joining me now, the record-breaking Emilee Sikora of San Angelo Central. She's our Class 6A Greater Texas Ford Dealers Female Athlete of the Month. Great to see you, Emilee. Congratulations. What did you think when you heard that you were the best in Texas?
I didn't really know what to think, but I was just grateful for it, I guess.
When you think about all your hard work and being honored for a prestigious award like this, does it really pay off all that hard work that you put into it?
For sure, I think it definitely pays off, all the hard work, but I think my team definitely is a huge part of that. So, just knowing that I can get here with them.
I look at your accomplishments and they are immense. And what an unbelievable year that you've had. You've broken records. It's only your junior year, and you broke single season marks in both the area and at your school, shattering the single season record for kills, nearly 600. The old record was 505. What did it mean to you to do something like that at a school that has such a storied history in sports?
I think it definitely just shows my grit and my passion for the sport, for sure. I think it just goes and shows everyone that all your hard work can pay off.
You know, I think about it too, and you were able to get past 1,000 kills as well along the way in your career. Watching video of you, it seems like it's really dangerous when you're on the other side of the net from you. How much do you enjoy, the spike and really intimidating your opposition in games?
Um, I I enjoy it a lot. I think it's definitely fun, especially when on the other side of the net you do have great defensive specialists and blockers. So I think it makes it more exciting to just try to get around them and just compare a bunch of good talent together.
When you have that big spike and you see the other team trying to go for it and then at the same time try to get out of the way, do you feel like you kind of have it over them mentally?
um, Mentally, I think yes. If I go in there with a confident mindset that I'm gonna get this kill, I think it definitely helps me out a lot. But I don't know their mindset, so I guess it's just having the stronger one in your
How
mind.
much do you enjoy the spike? And after you hit it with all that power, because it almost seems like you're throwing a 100-mile-per-hour fastball sometimes.
Um, I love it. I think my favorite part is celebrating after, for sure. Just like hearing all my teammates like cheering, I guess, and I love cheering and just being able to win the point for my team is just I think it makes it amazing.
Tell me a little bit about your team. You guys seem like such a close-knit bunch. Who are some of the people that really stand out?
I think some of the people who really stand out are Journey Jones, our setter, for sure. I mean, without her, I wouldn't be anywhere near these goals that I've reached, and she's reached some big goals herself. I think Sam Cardona, our other opposite outside hitter, she stands out a lot. She brings all of our energy for sure. And then I think one more person that stands out is our DS libero, Sam Foster. Without her passes, we wouldn't be able to get a set or a hit. So I think just a lot of credit goes to them.
Yeah, I think about your relationship with Journey. I know you guys are kind of joined at the hip. She passed
Yes.
1,000 assists just this season, which is pretty incredible. Smart by you to have good chemistry with her. Talk about how you guys kind of see the game together, because it really seems like you play off of each other so much.
I think it all started whenever we were little in like third or fourth grade. That's when we started playing volleyball together. And I think we both have a strong, aggressive mindset. So I think that's why we are so close together and like play with the same mindset. Um, I think we're just both strong, competitive people. And I think having that as a setter and an offensive player, it really helps our team out, just like being aggressive and going for everything and just striving to be tough and get the point.
Well, I know recently you guys had practice and you all dressed up for Halloween. The only thing is I was trying to figure out what you were. What were you dressed up as? Because it's a little difficult to spike if you're in a dinosaur outfit.
Yeah, I was a boxer. Jordy was a dinosaur though. Yeah.
It was a good look and probably a fun practice, right?
Yes, it was super fun.
Well, your legendary coach, Julie Williams, she nominated you for this honor. You know, she thinks the world of you. How much has she meant to you in your career?
She is a huge part of my career. She has been encouraging and supportive throughout my whole journey, but I think her being tough on me has pushed me to be the best that I can and getting better as I go on and grow. She's definitely showed me a lot of confidence and just like where my mindset needs to be because coming in, I wasn't really confident, like, I knew the skill that I had, but I think she's made me realize the skill that I had and just play to my full potential.
She talks so much about how you're the hardest working girl that she has ever had the privilege to coach. Where does that come from? Where does that drive come from for you to be the very best?
For me, I think it's just wanting to be the best version of myself for everyone around me, not so much for me, but just to make everyone around me better as an athlete and as a person. So I just think me showing my grit and my hard work will push everyone else around me to have the same and just compete at the same level.
Do you enjoy that grit that it takes to kind of get through the grind of the season?
Yes, I do, and it's a lot of hard work, but seeing as I've already reached so many goals, I think it definitely shows that it pays off, and I just love having something to strive for and push for and work for.
We hear there are some superstitions with your bunch, and one involves some dirty, unclean socks that your Nana wears. Tell me about that. Where did it come from? How did this whole thing start?
So last season, she had mentioned we were at a tournament and these parents had like flags and they just were really like loud and celebratory. And so we had went shopping after that tournament and she found these socks and she was like, these are gonna be your lucky socks. Like I'm gonna wear these at the start of the season and I'm just gonna cheer so loud. And so she's wore them to every game and we started off so strong. Like we were like I think our undefeated record was like 18-0, I think.
Wow.
But yeah, so and then we started off district really strong despite a loss to friendship, but I don't really know how it came about. She just decided to wear them every game, and then we took a picture afterwards, and then the one game that we didn't take a picture afterwards, we lost the next game, so we were like, "We have to make sure we take a picture."
This is going to get out of hand when you get on to play major Division I volleyball. You know, at some college, she's going to be wearing the same socks forever.
Yes.
How much do you enjoy your Nana coming to all the games?
I love it so much. She came to some last year, but it I think it just shows her love for me, and to me, she's one of my biggest supporters. She's always there supporting me no matter how I played, the highs, the lows. I love her a lot for that. It makes me feel comfortable and just like knowing that I have someone so supportive right there by me, despite the outcome of the game, just knowing that I have the good support around me.
Well, you had another playoff run this year. You got another year next year. A lot of the girls are going to be back. You're going to be super strong. I know you ran into a mighty South Lake Carroll from the DFW
Yes.
area. Talk about kind of the mindset from San Angelo Central because you're a smaller Class 6A school. And when you get to the major metroplexes, it's kind of a disadvantage, but I don't think you girls really care about all that.
I think for us, we knew that they were gonna come out strong, we knew that they were gonna come out aggressive, and they did have some big players. Despite us, we're kind of little, I'm, like, the tallest person. But I think our mindset has been what's gotten us this far. It's really strong, and I think all the girls on our team have a strong mindset. So we just said it doesn't matter who we're playing. Every game we just went in with the same mindset. Be tough, be confident, be strong, and just play to your potential.
Yeah, and it is kind of funny when you think about how things lay out in the state. The UIL really has some geography problems when they think about San Angelo Central. They don't know where to send you
Yes.
guys. The last reclassification, you ended up in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex, and you had district games that were 200 miles to play Euless Trinity. From your standpoint, and they think about sending you to San Antonio, they think about sending you out west. How difficult and a disadvantage is it for you guys that you have to play so many games so far away?
I think the bus rides there are a tricky part of it. Just sitting on a bus for 3+ hours, you kind of get tired and not jet lagged, but it kind of feels like it because when you get there, you just like you can finally stretch out, and then you have to go and play a game. I think that is kind of a disadvantage, knowing that the other team maybe had to drive an hour, maybe, they're just, like, more prepared, I think, and just have more time to prepare for the game than we do.
Well, Coach Williams always talks about we know that you're one of the best in Texas in Class 6A. You've proven that. But at the same time, you kind of walk around with something to prove. Where does that come from? Because you're established, but in your mind, you don't think you are to become the best that you can be.
Yes, I think it's always a mindset that I've had because I'm a very humble person and I don't really like a lot of the attention. So I just my freshman year, whenever I made varsity, I kind of just had some like not upperclassmen, but people in my grade especially, kind of saying that like, oh, she's not really meant to be here, like it might be a favorites thing. So I think all of my, like, strive to be the best that I can comes from that, just coming from, like, all the negative, like, things that I hear, just, like, to prove to them and myself that I deserve to be where I'm at.
That's well said. You know, you're 6 feet tall and you're definitely
Yes.
standing tall in the community. You like to give people volleyball lessons. You're such a kind spirited person, always wants to help somebody else. Why is that so important to you?
I think I've been around some athletes that aren't as kind or don't show teamwork or just I don't know, like the humbleness that I know that I can have. And I think that keeping a positive mindset for everyone around me and to not be like a burden to someone that I interact with is a huge thing. And I just want to be the most positive, uplifting spirit that I can around people.
Well, people enjoy that. There's no doubt about that. Your mom has a club volleyball team that you play on. She's a great athlete in her own right. She was a fantastic volleyball player as well and a great teacher. I know that she's made a lot of sacrifices supporting you with all the travel with volleyball all over the place, and especially with club. You got to deal with that a little bit. How much has she meant to you as far as your development in volleyball?
She's meant the world to me. My mom is my rock. She's my number one supporter. Without her, I probably wouldn't even be playing volleyball, if I'm being honest. I didn't want to play volleyball whenever I was little, but she played volleyball or she was going to play volleyball in college. And I think hearing her story and how like she kind of came back home, settled down, had me, I always give her a little joke that like all her athleticness came to me. And so I always joke around, like, with my siblings that, like, mom had me first, so I'm gonna be the best athlete, like, that I can, like, she gave me all of her superpowers, but I think her not being able to continue her career in college, which I think she definitely could've, makes me strive to finish it for her and just, like, win every game that I can.
Wow, that's awesome. I know you're the oldest there. You were talking about that. You have sisters that are younger that are twins and a younger brother as well. And you've really set the standard very high on how you got to be in the classroom, how you got to carry yourself, how you have to be a leader. Why is that so important to you?
Like I said, again, just being a role model and a supporter and an encourager for everyone around me. I think try I try to do everything that I can for my family and for my siblings and especially my teammates, but I think just showing them how far you can get at such a young age like pushes them to be the best that they can right now and just grow with them like, as a family, I think it just shows them that anything they work for, that they will get credit for.
It is pretty amazing how you've been able to start, no matter what you play, as a freshman at a major 6A school like San Angelo Central, where there's so many great athletes in that community. You did that in soccer. You only played your freshman year. Why did you cut that off? And how much has soccer helped you with volleyball, with your footwork?
I cut it off after my freshman year because during my season, I got hurt a bunch,
Oh,
and I knew that I love soccer. Soccer was like my everything. Like I always said, like, oh, I'm gonna go play D1. I'm gonna play for the U.S. women's team. Like even though that may have not been a reasonable goal, but I still loved it. Um, just like cutting it off, kind of it was kind of hard, but I think it definitely got me prepared for volleyball. All of the footwork and, like, agility stuff that we had to do for soccer, I think definitely played a big role in how I perform as an athlete for volleyball, keeping my footwork fast and stuff, but yeah.
well, and being 6 feet tall, playing soccer, it's a long fall, and there's a lot of
Yes, it
falls.
is.
So you want to avoid that a little bit. In track and
Yes.
field, you did the triple jump. How did you master that? Because you got to really be able to be coordinated to do something like that.
So I did track last year just out of the random, kind of to keep me busy during my off season, but not overdoing it. I did track my middle school, my 7th and 8th grade year, and I did triple and long jump, and I was pretty good at it. And so my friend, she was like, "Hey, do track with me," and I was like, "Oh, I don't know," but I just went out there one day, and the steps like came easy. I don't know, triple jumps, it's really simple to me, but I guess just all my athleticism, like, I used it to my advantage, and I just tried to do the steps I don't really know. But
Well, the colleges are definitely taking notice of your great athletic ability. I know you still have your senior year to come. You're getting a lot of attention from the major D1 schools to play volleyball. What's the whole process been like so far for you? And if you had a dream school, where would you go?
The process kinda started off slow. I think it started more of this summer and then in my sophomore year. I didn't really know what the recruiting process was because I never really knew if I wanted to play college volleyball. So, I think I kinda came into it a little bit late in the game, but, I just I already watched all my film, like, after our games, and so I kinda already had some film, so I kinda just made a highlight reel, and I just, emailed the coaches, told them who I was, what I had accomplished, and just sent a video with them. But I'm still getting used to it because I don't really know how to, like, navigate really through all. But, if I had a dream school, I think Nebraska or Texas have a really good volleyball program, and I think they just have a positive and uplifting, encouraging, um, group and, like, team-wise, so I think it'd be really cool to play there.
Well, the good thing is all these college recruiters, they're going to see this interview and they're going to realize what a great kid you are on and off the court. Thank you so much for doing this. Congratulations on being the Class 6A Greater Texas Ford Dealers Female Athlete of the Month.
Thank you.
Your Greater Texas Ford Dealers is so proud to recognize the hard work, dedication, perseverance, and passion of so many Texas high school female athletes who inspire us all. Here's this month's winners. And don't forget, you can see their interviews at Greater TX Ford for Greater Texas Ford Dealers. From Class 1A to 6A, plus private schools, we celebrate them all. Thanks so much for watching the Greater Texas Ford Dealers inaugural Female Athlete of the Month. See you next time.